What's up? What's up? We back. What's up? What's up? Top of the top. Money day. Monday. What's up? Let's go. Hopefully everybody's good. Once again, we back again. Another day. Back at it again. What's up? What's up, family? What's up, y'all? Let's go. We in August. It's heating up, man. It's heating up out here, man. We got to talk about some things today. I didn't know California was getting another vicious fire. We're going to look at it today. Everything that's been going on is coming around full circle. When I said I feel like a lot of this heat, a lot of this weather, this whole summer, the weather been tormenting everybody that's been living outside. And once again, we're going to talk about a popular trend that was taught online called living off the grid. But everybody was not properly living off the grid, and a lot of people were trying to be efficient. Some people were being petty. Some people wanted to live in places like California where it's very expensive, and they called themselves living off the grid. But when you live off the grid, it's certain places you go for real, because the whole concept of living off the grid means not in those cities. So when I told you a lot of people in California was on some other shit, we're going to look at it today. Yeah. I'm talking about it. Every single lifestyle of California was promoted on the internet. And when I explain, see, back in the day, the East Coast was the trendsetters, and it went from east to west. But I was showing you since the internet, it went from west to east. People started following the west. California on to Chicago, to the East Coast. Because I saw my own eyes, East Coast following everybody. All right? So we're going to go into it because these applications were started in California. This internet was started in California, Silicon Valley, but people in California were the first ones aware of the internet. When you understand in California, it is so big and stretched out, they the main ones needed social media. They needed to be social. They needed devices to be more social because they're in a state where everything's spread out. But you're going to also see how they were the main consumers of these applications. LA, California, also the home of acting, Hollywood. So this was started everybody online from that department want to be an online celebrity. That started from California. That I'm starting my own business. That comes from California. A lot of stuff comes from California. People don't know that. I'm saying that to say now that all this internet stuff is over. It's tied in with the woke movement. And we're going to look at these California fires. But we're also going to look at how they really been living in California. Like I said, we already been talking about that. How California influenced the world. It's not against California people. But what I'm trying to tell people got to understand the life that you was living and the shit you was caught up in. You seeing it all perish. And some people are perishing with it because it was a lot of lifestyles created. And we're going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about entertainment first. Once again, SOULJA Boy is locked up. But I'm only talking about SOULJA Boy to prove a point when I said nobody affiliated with Diddy on any kind of level is going to have success. It's that simple. Plus, I'm also going to keep showing you what's going to happen to everybody under gangster rap, street rap, whatever you want to call it. All right? Because you remember SOULJA Boy was calling himself Young Draco. Yeah, he was straight gangster, remember? Also, it is a fact a lot of rappers are super broke. They're losing homes, cars, selling stuff. Yeah, these are facts. We're also going to talk about Shannon Sharpe, the loser, once again. Shannon Sharpe, the man in the book of the book of Guinness World Records, Guinness Book of World Record. Shannon Sharpe, the first man to ever give somebody generational wealth. Yeah, we're gonna talk about him because his alleged ex-stylist, which we assume might really be his ex-boyfriend. See, some things happen. When Shannon Sharpe was first getting accused of being zesty, because he kept doing zesty stuff, I think it was a PR move. People told him to get rid of his stylist named Hollywood. And he fired the man Hollywood out of nowhere after Hollywood taught his ass how to dress. So Shannon Sharpe used this man, but the man Hollywood is a stylist for a lot of people in Hollywood, a lot of basketball players. He styled a lot of, I think even Russell Westbrook, a lot of them. My point is this: when Shannon started getting all that smoke for his behavior, see, then you're gonna see this too. Remember, Shannon Sharpe was being, see, Shannon also caught himself up in this. Remember in the beginning, he was being accused of being zesty. Then it's like he went out his way to prove to us he's not zesty. Leaked phone call with the woman. I don't know how it got recorded. Then he got what? Charged with a woman. But it was said he had fired his ex-stylist because of the rumors on them being together. Allegedly, he fired him. So he already took a shot at Shannon the first time. He the one that said, Shannon, well, how did your Instagram record by itself? That's one. But now he posting this little post, and people saying that it's being said that he might be about to come out on Shannon. So we don't know about that. We're also going to talk about Charlamagne. Yeah, Charlamagne the fraud. Now, around here on this channel, some of y'all know this stuff. I be talking about people, and then somehow some things just start happening to them. It ain't that. It's just that I see what's going on. So I was talking about Charlamagne is down with Roc Nation. I was just talking about that about 2 weeks ago. Not only is he down with Roc Nation, he is official puppet of Roc Nation. That's right. Charlamagne been working for him. We show Edgemont, anybody with a Roc Nation hat, mean he control a brain. That's right. You will see Jay-Z don't even wear Roc Nation hats no more. Nah, he got enough mascots that wear them. But that was my proof when I showed you how Jay-Z controls media. He controls platform. He controlled things through his label called Roc Nation, which really was a management group, but really was a, yeah, you're going to get down with me. You're going to get down with Roc Nation. Yeah, you're going to get down one. You're going to sign that paperwork one way or another, Charlamagne. And that's how Charlamagne got silenced. That's how Charlamagne became part of. Charlamagne is also the voice box. Y'all also know Charlamagne was one of the leaders in the woke movement. So we're going to talk about that. Because now Charlamagne's mouth has got him in trouble. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's up. Because allegedly, Charlamagne was throwing shots at somebody, and the White House has responded to Charlamagne. So I'm going to say, since the White House responded to Charlamagne, I'm going to say his career might be over next. We'll see. All right, top of the top. We up. This intro. What's up, QBD? It's summertime. Bring out the grill and start barbecuing. Exactly. All right, let's go, y'all. We up. About to take off. Let's go. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody that hit like buttons, everybody that supports the channel, everybody that participates. Let's go. All right, we talking about Diddy because I know a lot of y'all been seeing this, how his girl, Gina, coming out saying she want him to come home. But you also know by now, some of y'all should know that she was supposed to be witness number 3. She was supposed to be witness number 3 in the court, but she dipped off. Now she pops back out saying she wants him to come home. And I tell you, this stuff is just going to keep being trippy. All right? So even as we speak, for what I see, he's trying to at least come home till he go to court in October. Yeah. It's looking like he's trying to get something. 90 days home, 60 days. I mean, let's be honest. We know they can easily put him on an ankle monitor. I mean, they could, if they really wanted to, they can take his $50 million and put him on an ankle monitor. He's not going nowhere. But like I said, what I assume is also is they don't want it to be seen that Diddy has no more power. I think they want him to get through his head he don't have no more power, to show him that his money's not going to get him out of this, and to show him that he is not going to be a hero. I think that's what a lot of this is about too, far as letting him know you're not coming home on bond. So let's go, because don't forget, to some people, Diddy's a hero. All right, he the king of the rap game. He also is the king of the freaks. So if he was to come home, it'll make him look more invincible. See that? It'll make it look like everything he did was cool. Nah. Let's go. Because this is a joke to me now. Like I said, I'm just waiting for this shit. I'm just waiting for October. Everything in between now October to me is a joke. It ain't about nothing. That's my opinion. All right, so let's go. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Gina. Now, y'all, so she disappears. She runs off like Aaron Hall. Nobody still know Aaron Hall at. She dips off like Aaron Hall, witness number 3. Then comes back later, double backs. I want him to come home. I don't want him to go to jail. And yet, y'all know that's his, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's his child mother. Like I said, this man was doing so much. But once again, what I like to do, I like to look at the leaks. I like to look at the clues in it. We saw the one that say Baby Old King and all these different things about Diddy's life. You'll see it's the same people making all of these. And we still don't know who it is, but they give us clues. And this is Diddy's other piece saying what? She knew everything. Talking about Young Miami. And this is how we decode the truth from it, because anybody know the whole story, we know Young Miami know a lot because he was with Young Miami last. We also know that Young Miami was his lame match. It's reports of Young Miami putting pressure on people. Allegedly, Diddy had her calling people, telling them to get rid of the baby, stuff like that. It's all alleged. We also know that she was told on when it comes to getting that stuff from the airport. You know, when it comes to that pink stuff. Yeah, we know he had her doing a whole lot. I'm going to say he might have had Young Miami doing 3 times worse than Cassie. All right, because this also, what we talk about, when I was saying stuff like, when I started noticing, every couple of years, he lived a different life. When I came to the conclusion that the bad boy era, that's just one era. When I spoke about the people that got stories on Diddy, that's from one era. Okay, after that era, let's look at after Bad Boy. He had the Making the Band era. That was another era. That was when the freak off party started. But after that, it was with the Diddy and Cassie. That was a whole nother era, which would bring them to Atlanta. Then after the Diddy and Cassie. So it's different chapters, and I'm also showing you that everybody didn't know. They don't know all of. You get it? I was trying to say it without being disrespectful. Yeah, people know Diddy from that time, but in his last day, he wasn't rocking with nobody from his past. He was around that young crowd, meaning he was around a crowd of people he had the most brainwashed, most influence, and everybody around was not going to tell him no because he knew what he was doing. All right, so we also know he was about control. So I saw him controlling the young crowd. This is what we're going to get into SOULJA Boy. I know that because SOULJA Boy is tied in with the same thing. Sean Kingston, Justin Bieber. All right, let's go. So you see what they're saying. Because the truth is, if you didn't get nothing from the Diddy trial or the stories, you see that a lot of stuff he got, and a lot of his women are his accomplice. We just going to leave it at that. Every woman he had, he used for something specific. It's that simple. I don't care if it's just having a baby. Every woman, he had a purpose for their ass. All right? It had nothing to do with just no love. P. Diddy's victim number 3, who mysteriously vanished during trial, breaks silence to ask judge to free him. All right? So like I said, I'm not going to go all into it. I'm just going to keep it entertainment, keep it I'm going to keep it TV. What's up, Melanies? Now, look. Now, y'all can take how y'all want to take it. Anybody know the law, you know what's up. P. Diddy's victim number 3, who mysteriously vanished during the trial, breaks silence to ask the judge to free. Now the baby mother saying she want to come home. Whoever, you get it? Gina. But hold up. It's just weird to me, though. I never knew somebody that could run from being a witness and then come back. Or not even a witness. She was a victim. Ran from the court and then came back. I never heard of that. It's something, hold up. I do the same thing every day, nothing changed, y'all. So sometimes it just be AI. It just be this computer doing that, y'all. It's just what it is. So if it's choppy, I guess that's my bad. But like I said, that's how the internet do now, y'all. I do the same thing every day, man. You're gonna get some days gonna be some. I don't know. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, y'all. So hold up. Only thing I can do is try to leave out and come back in. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, how was sound now? How was sound now? Yeah, y'all. Like I said, I do the same thing every day, y'all. That's just how I go. You know what I'm saying? This how it works. This. Get used to it. This AI. This the AI world we in, man. Humans don't control nothing. Don't control nothing. So let me know if it sounds better. Hold up. It's choppy. Well, that's why I say I don't got nothing to do with that shit. Nothing at all. All right, it's the same. I don't know what that shit is, y'all. I have no clue. It's clear. Some people say clear. All right. But I'm telling y'all, man, this AI shit, this is how it is. And plus, you got AI can like put it like this, y'all. They tapping into the video. They do their own recordings, chopping up. They be messing with the video. So it's actually stuff I have to set extra so it won't happen. I did everything I got to do. So I'm just going to show y'all that these things going to happen. There's nothing you're going to do about it. All right, so let's go. Once again, let's go. Everything going to be timestamped anyway. It's going to be timestamped. Sean P. Diddy Combs attorneys are still working. So like I said, we're not going to keep getting into this, but he trying to come home. This shit with his girl, this ain't about nothing. All right, so I'm just going to let y'all see the game is dead. We just going to keep talking about the same thing until this damn trial over with. So I'm going to speed it up. When I saw this on the timeline, gangster rap. Now, y'all know I've been joking on gangster rap. We've been exposing it, but I'm just showing you how gangster rap is a joke and how now it's being revealed that is a joke. And all the jokes on gangster rap come from California because being that they started gangster rap, that is the home of Malibu's Most Wanted and all this CB4 fake stuff. But I'm just showing you how gangster rap is a joke now. And not only that, we're going to be talking about California because they get it the worst. So all of this stuff, like I was just trying to show y'all, that he was in charge of gangster rap. Gangster rap got embarrassed through the Diddy trial. Now you're going to see everybody's unleashing on the fakeness of gangster rap and how most rappers were fake. You get it? Fake. SOULJA Boy. SOULJA Boy. So we seen SOULJA Boy was so-called good boy, regular young boy making music, then he turned into this gangster because they all got to get that persona. So we already know he was being sued allegedly for one incident. Now he gets arrested. But it's the same thing, y'all. Hold up. Gina is a single woman, and like every other woman in Sean Combs' life, she is using him just like his lawyers. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, y'all, this whole shit is just, this whole thing is, from what I get from this whole shit, is not made to be made sense out of it because it ain't going to make no sense. None of it's going to make no sense because it's just not. Simple and plain. Young Miami ain't in court. Young Miami ain't facing no time. Very simple. You get what I'm saying, y'all? The whole thing don't make no sense. This is why I say it's just entertainment. Because if we talk about making sense, it is no, get it? A victim running and then coming back, we're going to leave that alone. Like I said, I don't want to mess the show up, but you're going to see, I just keep looking at it like maybe it's understood that the public is just so dumb now. Hey, it is what it is. They just say whatever now. And it just goes on because none of this shit makes sense. We also saw in the case, what happened, y'all? Jurors started stepping down. We done seen everything in that circus case. Every case damn near been a circus. You get it? So, yeah. But you know what's funny? When it was time to give people 100 years, And when it was time to give people football numbers, and when it was time to give people all this time, the justice system was perfect. It wasn't no joke, no game, no plan, no nothing, was it? All right? Maybe, I don't know what's up, man. Maybe the jail is just so crowded, they just letting people come home. All right, because I don't get it. But gangster rap, we going to get into that. It's a joke now, y'all. So look, Soulja Boy, we know he had all those tours lined up, all those shows. They also know a particular era is going to see these shows. But we just saw him and Bow Wow on tour with Fat Joe and Rickross on tour with them. It was said that that's their tour, but you're seeing, okay, he got tours lined up, but it's still showing you that it's this older group, older people, meaning Soulja Boy came out like 2008. We know his career been over. We saw every artist his age, younger, past him, and somehow everybody else going to Soulja Boy back out. And as soon as he try to come back out and he start trying to go in motion, he gets a charge, which is a stop. Same thing with Chris Brown. He tries to go on with his career overseas, he gets a charge. So I'm just seeing a pattern of somehow they keep running into these roadblocks, which is still going to keep going back to failure, y'all. It keep going back to some type of failure. Hold up. I remember when he was giving Young Miami a certain amount of allowance, but then after the years, he cut it down. Yeah, he was giving her the allowance, and then after he got in trouble, he cut her ass off. Yeah, he cut her ass off. Yep. So that's why I say a lot of it don't make no sense. But see, really, I'm going to just show you really what it was, y'all. Well, it's a lot of things within this whole thing. Like, so this is what I'm going to say. My whole perspective on the Diddy stuff is all the real stuff. But the real stuff is not spoken about. It's not on TV. The real stuff is the underground you got to put together. Like, this is the underground when it says used her and dumped her. Boom. See, I know that. But you're not going to see this on TV. Get it? Average person not going to know that. Average person, being that Young Miami wasn't on TV, the average person that don't know rap wouldn't even know Young Miami is or what role she played. You see? But since we know, we can put it together. That's what I mean. I know what's up. Whoever making these AI videos know what's up. Whoever getting it know what's up because they telling you everything. She knew everything. Now, say, like I say you didn't even know about none of this shit. Who's this Gina? Who's this? What you mean she knew everything? Who's that? Then you do your research. Oh, this is Carisha, Young Miami. Who is she? See, I'm showing you how these things, they speak the truth. Because we know Young Miami know a lot. And we also know that she was spared. But I want y'all to see is people who are making these, they know exactly what's up. And we don't know who's making it. These videos been dry snitching the whole time. These videos been snitching on everything. And also trying to let us know the stuff that can't be announced on TV. So, like we just finished talking about, everybody played his role. It's also look at it like he had everybody watching each other. Yeah, he with Young Miami, but Gina watching her. You see what I'm saying? You got to look at it like that. He got all these different women, but at the same time, woman watching this. I showed you that when he had Capricorn Clark watching Cassie. Prove that. Capricorn Clark was a handler, meaning Diddy trusted her to handle his business. So he said watch Cassie. That means he trusts Capricorn Clark to watch Cassie, and she worked for Diddy, not for Cassie. Get it? So I already realized that he had woman watching woman. Everybody had a job to do around him. Period. Let's go. Hold up. What it said? I heard Gina wrote a letter to the judge to let Diddy go free. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what this is about. Now, the only thing that's funny is she was a victim that ran and came back. You get it? So you got to look at it like domestic violence. She went to the police to tell her about her husband beat her. Then when it was time for her to get on the stand, she ran. Man still locked up. She writes a letter saying, can you please free him? Let him be free. I didn't mean what I said. That's what we're watching right here. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I know what's up, man. Because in my opinion, I'm gonna come with my perspective. In my perspective, this man was running blackmail programs, man. He was doing a lot of blackmailing. And in this industry, when you're around all those rich people, somebody got to do the blackmailing. And I also feel like it is certain details in this whole thing. It is certain important people in this whole thing that they don't want names to be revealed. We also know if it goes too deep, it can go back. It can start going into the files of people who financed Diddy. Then it starts going back into where did he really come from? How did he even get that label? How did he even be an executive? See, it starts going into all this stuff. But that's why I say he's still a threat. Because while he's a threat, he's been around a long time. He know a lot of powerful people. So we look at Diddy one way, but we're not looking at how many people over him that control him that he got to listen to, that he had to check in with. If we say he was giving orders to run the game, it's people told him these orders. But if he know names, secrets, he's a threat always. So it's a lot of reasons why things ain't going back to normal. Because let's just say if he was facing Rico life, everything on the line, everything on him, then he start trying to get into his defense. And part of his defense, they start going into his childhood and how he got in the game, how he was raised. They start going to all this stuff. And they come to find out, it was Clyde made Diddy like this. Clyde did it to him first. See, it start going into all this other stuff. Now, they ain't trying to have all that. When we know that the money he got to start Sean John, he got that money on a loan. He got $100 million loan for that. I think the man named Steve, something like that. See, people that gave this man a loan. I'm telling you, it's a lot of unknown faces behind him from the beginning. Because remember, we look at Diddy now, you got to look at him in the beginning. When he was a proven asset, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, when he's starting up all these different things, but we not realizing he got investors back then. All right. So I'm saying that because if you say the word investor, that means he was created. He was made. He was made. You know the saying, a made man, they go a lot of ways. Made man also mean he had a lot of people helping him. A lot of people got a part in creating this character named Diddy. All right. Which throughout the years, relationships, those same people, they older now. You don't think some of the people, they got something to do with him are terrified? So when I say he not getting, it's a lot of reasons. Remember, the fans, the crowd, y'all only going to get the freaky stories. See, y'all whole aspect, see, it's played out to the public. Y'all whole aspect of this trial going to be freaky, 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 nasty, perverted, humping, humping, humping. So the disguise is he's going to get time for his sexual behavior. But if anything, he's still going to get something because he has to be sat down. Too much information. 250 video cameras, which means a lot of incrimination on certain people. We don't know who's on the cameras. We don't know what's what. So when I say stuff like, I think they make it where he don't have no leeway, no leg to stand on, no kind of way. Because if he do, he puts other people in jeopardy. See that? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like we joke about New Jack City. Now remember in New Jack City, where at the end Nino tried to get off. He tried to say, "I didn't do it. They made me do it. It was him." See, Diddy come out of nowhere and trial took him out. They made me do it. It was Clyde and them. I didn't want to do all this stuff. I thought I was just running a record label. They made me do all this extra stuff. See, it goes to that. Now let's go back into this. I'm just proving a point when I said it's nobody in this game that I will not show you how to go through that Diddy door. Because if you a star, you got to see him one way or another. I'm talking about when you first come in the game. So I already knew SOULJA Boy was down with the team by way of Justin Bieber, because when he was going by the name of P. Diddy, that's when he was hanging around all of them, which is an era in time. If you really notice that, if you even notice that part, a lot of people that have been around Diddy, they don't really talk too much about the Justin Bieber era. The Justin Bieber, Usher, SOULJA Boy, Sean Kingston, See, they don't talk about when he was around Chris Brown. You got people, they don't talk about that era. But that whole era, he was hanging around his kids, Justin and them, and all the childhood stars. All at his house. And don't forget, Ray J right there with him. Ray J too, the whole time. Yes. So, just to give y'all the update, I don't care what they get arrested for. Nobody from that circle is going to prosper. So let's go to show you at his house, Soulja Boy, Ray J. To show you Ray J is 100% family, but we know that around here. And that's why I gave Ray J his credit for us. Ray J didn't act like he didn't know Diddy. I mean, Ray J kept it real. I mean, Ray J has been only one outright speaking off of Diddy. So I'm going to give him that. Because he know damn well he down with Diddy. And I told you, in my opinion, Ray J is like his little goddamn brother. Because it goes back to the 90s. Randy, little brother, was there from day one. So what I'm trying to tell you is Ray J is also your proof that why other rappers didn't act like Ray J. They was with Diddy just like Ray J. But they didn't go hard for Diddy. They didn't ride with him. See what I'm saying? Honestly, also, I don't think he did none of Ray J. Because I think that Ray J was like his family. It goes back to the household. His sister, Clyde, Quincy Jones. Nah. And you'll see that Ray J actually spoke up for Diddy more than once. So like I said, you will clearly see it's some people that stayed far away from it, but Ray J didn't. You also will see that this was a time, like I said, when a lot of us wasn't paying attention to Diddy. He didn't have no music out. He was already finished. We just looked at him as Ciroc Man at this time. Because that's what he did. We also got to remember when he got Revolt in Ciroc, he fell back. He wasn't in the spotlight, but he was still active amongst everything. And remember, people going to his house. This at his house. Ray J, Soulja Boy. Because it's a circle. So when I see Ray J got locked up, when I see that Soulja Boy got locked up, I kind of get it. And it's not a coincidence. Soulja Boy and Fat Joe was on the same tour together. All right. So we seeing from the topics. Hold up. What's up? I'm reading the chat. Ray J really wanted to spill some tea about P. Diddy, but he didn't. Yeah, because that's his brother. You know what I'm saying? That's his brother. So he know what's up. But like I said, it goes so many ways because look, put it like this. Ray J know. He's an industry man. He knows. Either way, he got to still face Diddy either way. Whether he going to go visit that man. If Diddy get time, Ray J going to go visit him. If Diddy come home, Ray J going to have to see him. Because that's just what it is. They connected. Through history. There's nothing they going to do about it. So Ray J knows, hey, I don't got a front. Plus, Ray J don't have a career to protect. So he not like other rappers that still trying to keep their face good. And I don't want no affiliations with the Baby Old King. No, Ray J like, man, I don't got no career anyway. I don't got a front. Hey, I got history with Diddy. That it is what it is. And Ray J also know Diddy can still look out for him while he locked up too. He know that. So at the end of the day, I just want y'all to see how when we talk about this picking and choosing stuff, you will see Ray J chose to ride with Diddy and everybody else chose to act like they don't know him. Which shows you that most of the people that acted like they don't know him got nothing to do with him. They are the ones that are compromised, meaning those are the ones he got. Either way. And don't forget, a lot of people Diddy also put hands and feet on. So even some of them he smacked and did certain things to make, they're not going to say nothing. But like I said, Soulja Boy is part of the family. All right? They're part of the family. It go back to the beginnings. People, a lot of y'all from that area, y'all know what's up. Because remember when hip-hop got dumbed down, remember, after it got dumbed down, after all the Laffy Taffy, then it went back to some young stuff. And once again, this when I was listening to other stuff, mixtapes, when they was doing their thing, that's when it was B2K, Bow Wow, all of them together, Ray J. Y'all remember all of them was together at one point, but they were still with Diddy. Thank you very much, DJ. Freddie P said when Diddy come out, a lot will pay the piper. Even the ones who turned on him, including Mr. Yeah, because Freddie P scared. I know Freddie P, one of them scared. He one of them scared too, scared to death. Y'all, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all, like people saw Freddie P talking on that jump before, but Freddie P scared. I know what's up because ever since this Diddy trial, y'all, for the past 2 years, for those who don't know on this channel, went back into every single detail of this man's life in this industry and put every single thing together. So I ain't gonna say I know, but we assume who Diddy got, who he got control over. Ben figured out Chopper and Freddie P were Diddy's favorite. And the main thing that exposed Freddie P and Chopper is because in a couple of lawsuits, it was details of how you get on making of the band. And it was people violated from trying to get on making of the band. To get on making of the band, it was a procedure. And then you got to remember, when they started making of the band, Freddie P and Chopper were the young boys. That's people keep forgetting. They were young boys. And Diddy picked them. He selected them. Chopper, I like him. Freddie P, I like him. Made sure Freddie P lived 1,500 miles away. Made sure Chopper was 1,500 miles away. He picked them. He made his hand picks. Then I showed you Freddie P and Chopper around industry guys. Kevin Loud. I showed we looked at Chopper at the same event with Mr. C, all of them. Yeah. So yeah, it's a reason why they ain't gonna say nothing, because Diddy put the fear guard in their chest. Yes, he did. Better know that part. Freddie P know what's up. That's why he ain't gonna say nothing. They was acting like they had smoke with Diddy. No, they know what's up. Trust me on that. That's why you ain't see nobody trash his ass. Nobody ain't slay him because they scared. Freddie P them know what I said. It's all exposed, y'all. Because if he did you wrong, I don't care if it's about contract. The Diddy trial was your chance to get your money. It was your chance to speak. So you'll see it right now. All of his men artists, they talk to YouTubers. They didn't want to go in that court. They didn't want to try to get no money. They didn't want to expose his behavior because he did it to the men. He had a dildo for Freddie P. He had one for Chopper too. Because you're going to know the secrets in the whole shit. The ones he touched with them dildos, the ones that stayed far away from this. Very simple. This is why I tell y'all Gene Diller's the clue. When you see people that was around him like nothing, talking like it ain't nothing, talking like, man, talking regular, that's how you know he didn't get their ass. That's how you know they wasn't scared of him. But the ones you know for a fact was around him and they stay away from it the most, or they tap dance the most, they're the ones he got. Those are the ones still scared of him. It's simple. When I tell you I watch this shit, I do this. When I see Capricorn Clark and them talking on TV to other reporters, they talking from the heart. They telling their truth with no fear. No, I know fear from not fear. You're going to keep seeing these events. It's the woman that spoke out. Because the secret is he might have hit woman, but he didn't sexually abuse no woman. Now, we got stories, and some of them going to be in these lawsuits. All other lawsuits, y'all, is from mostly men. Most of his horrific stories are from men. Blood, putting people in vans, making people go down. It's stories of Diddy busting in somebody's mouth. Not saying none of this stuff is true, but this is the stuff he's accused of. When Little Rod said what he did in the house, like I said, I got all the proof on the men. So I know why Freddie P and Chopper and them gonna play their role. Because you damn right they're scared he's gonna come home. That's right. That's why you're gonna only people scared of him is the men. You're gonna see that clear as day. Because that's who the dildos are for, guys. That's who all that shit. Diddy control all of this shit, sex, drugs, rock and roll. They control with sex, they control with drugs, and they control with this music. You seen SOULJA Boy outright come out with a drug habit. All of them, you're going to see, I started putting together, everybody been around Diddy, somehow had drug allegations. Chris Brown, SOULJA Boy. We can keep going. Because when I started putting together that he was the plug, I started to see he the one that turned half of all their ass out. And it's a fact. First Montana say he had a drug problem. Meek Mill came out and said he had a drug problem. You seen Rick Ross about to pass out. And they all was hanging around Diddy. No, y'all, he was turning people out. Turning their ass out. But what else we know? He owed a lot of money. He owed them people from Ciroc. I think he had to go hard to make that money, because when you go back to see how he was partying, he owed a lot of people money back then, y'all. He had a lot of investors. He did. So it's a reason why Soulja Boy getting in trouble, because Soulja Boy is with the family. So I'm just showing you this to show you that nobody affiliated with him is straight. Okay? Y'all know Jay-Z and Beyonce affiliate. Okay, they're not good. Y'all seeing it for yourself. Flop tours. Y'all also know LeBron James, Meek Mill. Okay, I'm just showing y'all the track record to bring it up to date for what I've been telling you, that nobody's going to prosper. And when it's all over with, it's all over with. And also to prove it, you know that since he's in prison, it is nobody walking the earth right now in this game that's bigger than them. Money-wise, accomplishment-wise, got the power to change the game, put somebody on, drop an album. You know, it's no more CEOs. No more CEOs. No more people that write checks to the CEOs. The game is closed. So you're going to see the proof that it's not going to advance, being that certain people are gone. And that's why all they could do is what? Perform old stuff. So that's why Soulja Boy going to it. Now, and we know for a fact, for one, Soulja Boy, okay, he had his hits, but we know damn well that's for a different time. Honestly, that music is not even for grown-ups right now. It's just not. My point is, Soulja Boy, he about what, 35 now, 37? Somewhere around there. This tour don't even make sense. I'm just being honest. So let's go. But he got to do what he got to do. Let's go. 47th President Trump attacks Charlamagne the God after radio host criticizes his presidency. See, when I was telling you that talking stuff, that gaslighting, guess what? Charlamagne got to say something. He worked for them people. He worked for Jay-Z. He worked for them people. Get it? He better say something. That's his job, to say something. That's his job, y'all. He got to say something. That's why you're going to see. Just think about throughout all the years, every time was something political, Charlamagne had to speak on it, because that's his job. When I tell you, they paid for mouthpieces and turned people into puppets. You're going to see Charlamagne was the most black talking, blackity black agenda, black talking, but you can't show me nothing Charlamagne did in real life at all. Somehow he's always talking this black stuff. He's one of the people that's the leaders of the woke movement. Gaslighter. All right. So I'm going to say this might be the start of his ending, because he just wouldn't stop. So he got addressed. And being that he got addressed, I'm just going to see what's going to happen next. I'm going to make an assumption. Well, if you don't see Charlamagne for a while, if you don't see it, somehow he's not on that radio no more, maybe you might get a clue. Blame Rock Nation. See that? They try to come with a troll shirt after Rock Nation been getting exposed. All right, so I'm just showing you how they're still in this era of this branding, still working for Jay-Z. When I told you everybody that worked for them going to be stuck. It's designed where everybody down with them going to go down with them. When I tell you they control media and all these platforms, I'm going to keep giving you these examples to your face so you'll see it. Charlamagne has worked for Jay-Z over a decade in media. But now since Jay-Z's on the run, they're dealing with all this humiliation. It's exposed he worked for Roc Nation, just like Fat Joe, just like Jadakiss, just like Jim Jones, just like Andrew Martinez, and I keep going. Now he got to take these bullets because his job is to talk politics. So Charlamagne keep talking politics. He got addressed. Trump said on Truth Social that Charlamagne was a dope, basically a dummy, who voted for the vice president, y'all know who. Charlamagne said he personally will benefit from tax breaks approved in Trump's tax. You get it? See that? You see the hypocrite? You see this woke people? You see this? He's talking for black people, but he also said he appreciates them tax cuts. Told you that was also my proof they're all frauds. Because the rich that been talking all this woke shit and gaslighting, they the main ones been benefiting off the what? Tax cuts. Let's go. Stir up the poor. Enjoy your tax cuts in your mansion. Gaslight the poor. Save a couple of dollars on them taxes. That's them. Let's go. So as you see, the president called him a dope. Meanwhile, you'll see right here, Charlamagne said he personally will benefit from tax breaks approved in Trump's tax and spending law, but said there's going to be so many people that's hurt by that. Gaslighting. You're happy for your tax cuts, but you're telling us there's going to be so many people hurt by that bill. Shut the. Guess what? It's people hurt already. Guess what? It's people hurt because they hurt themselves. Guess what, gaslighter? You ain't going to do shit. You've been talking for a long time, but you didn't do nothing because you guys just talk. Now that California on fire again, what you going to do, Charlamagne? What are you guys going to do? You capitalize off the poor. Now the poor ain't got nothing. But guess what? No, y'all, they need to stop their shit. There's going to be so many people that's hurt by that bill. Charlamagne, when are y'all going to stop trying to gaslight people? All right? People been hurt because y'all don't give them shit. Hey, where you from in South Carolina, it's still poor. You didn't go down there and do nothing for them. That's why they hurt. You take every one of y'all bastards with a Rock Nation hat and I'll show your city is hurt because y'all don't do shit. Y'all still playing this shit of blaming people. That's why nobody respect y'all. You're hypocrites. Take a tax cut. Save money with a tax cut, but still don't do nothing with the money you saved on taxes because you're not going to do nothing. We all know y'all puppets. It's 2025. We watching y'all puppets get put in the closet. So I'm going to tell you again, I ain't a genius. But if somehow Charlamagne don't make it through this year, don't be surprised. Because now he made himself a target. All right? There's going to be so many people that's hurt by that bill. No. What if I told you it is rich black bastards that don't want to see nobody else get rich? So when it's your turn to get rich, they try to scare you with all this other shit. What if I told you it was a certain amount of that don't want you to get rich and they capitalize off you being poor so you never get richer than them? What if I told you the poor behavior was a narrative push? What if I told you that poor was a choice? You know you've been in this country how long? So when has politics ever made or break your life? When politics ever made your life better? When ever made it worse? Or was your life what it was? No. I'm showing you why they all exposed, y'all. I told you this foreign political bullshit. Yo, family, it's these things coming over me. Thank you very much. What I really been starting to see why people don't like these people. I'm not playing with you, y'all. They will make you don't like their skin color. They will make you don't like them. Because when you really see through what they're about and they won't stop, and you know, and then when you learn that's what they get paid to do, you're going to see it clear as day. You see that black and white on that hat? That's Rock Nation. Always talking about black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white, division, division, division. Even though people that's suffering, there's no such thing as you multiplying because you're always dealing with what? Division. I never saw a person or people that talk about they want to prosper, but they so what? Divided. They're divided and they talk division. This is why they're considered delusional now, y'all. This is what it's all about. Imaginary spookism, imaginary villains, imaginary topics that don't go nowhere. It's just talk. All right, you now see what I say. It's called black talk, where you just talk black, but you don't give a right. Boom. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Because I'm showing you, now Charlamagne's a target. And he did it to himself. Now, I'm just going to show you public opinion. Because when I told you woke is dead, I don't think Charlamagne know that yet. I don't think Charlamagne gets it. We up. Hold up. Yeah, see that cartoon character? Shit. Honestly, using Charlamagne's name probably why the video started messing up, because I don't even like using his name. Honestly. All right, I'm going to get into something. We're going to get into that woke stuff because Charlamagne, what he's doing is woke behavior. What we call gaslighting, trying to stir the pot up. Get it? That's what Charlamagne be doing. That's what he be doing. So let me show y'all public opinion. Look, this the internet. This Facebook at on one of the posts, right? Look, people really just let the internet tell them what to do. They don't even know when people trolling. What somebody said about Charlamagne? He's on their payroll. Bingo. Now, like I said, around here, you're already on point. But if you didn't know that, I'm just showing you other people around the world know exactly what's going on. When I tell you they shit don't work no more, nobody believes them. Huh? He's on their payroll. Rock on, Rock Nation. So I'm also going to show you fake pages or people still supporting Rock Nation. Rock on, Rock Nation. That's why Rock Nation getting wiped out. The shirt is made by Rock Nation. Stop it. Are you people smart enough to understand that? People was debating about the shirt. People saying the shirt is a troll shirt. People saying all different type of stuff. But I want you to see how people know who Charlamagne worked for. So we know that everything he said out his mouth is controlled. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey. So I'm just showing y'all the jig is up. So when we talking about the end of an era, it's for a reason. If we're going to be entertained, it is not entertaining when you know everybody's script already, when you know everybody's role. It's like you watching the same movie, but everybody's going to play the same characters over and over and over again. That's what this is, y'all. So when I say the end, it's the end because of time. Nobody believes them. Guess what else, y'all? Y'all not getting the elections proved at all. When everybody and their mother used their campaign, or I'm gonna say everybody from that side, y'all, use all of their platforms. They use everything they had in the last election, but you have to prove it didn't work. Thanks, free thinker. So this is what people gotta understand, y'all. When I tell you all this crying and shit gonna make an ass out yourself, they have you. If they brought Oprah on the stage, Beyonce, Tylerperry, Usher, Jenniferlopez, Spike Lee, Little John, I keep going. They brought so many people out. They had so many platforms working. Roland Martin, all these platforms working. How long do they start working before the elections? Breakfast Club. How long do they start working before the actual election? They were campaigning. That's why I said I don't want to hear no more politics. I'm sick of all this shit. Campaigning, all this shit. Still lost. Lost after just having 4 years. Then the last 4 years, they still wasted time talking about somebody. But if I ask you, what got done the past 4 years? Hey, before that, they had 8 years. What got done before that? Hey, y'all, is everybody fucking stupid? So they wasn't woke when that bill got signed and all the migrants came in the country. They wasn't woke. I know exactly what year that was. Do you know what year it was, woke people? What year was it that paperwork got signed for them 20 million to come in the country? But see, when you understand, y'all was so woke online, you was asleep, because when they came in here, you didn't know. Even though you were supposed to be woke, they came in the daytime. They didn't sneak in. They came in broad daylight through that border, got put on buses, went to every city and state, but somehow the woke people didn't see that. And that happened, what? Last term. But see, the woke movement also didn't understand that y'all were being set up last term. Yep, y'all were being rocked to sleep. Because while y'all were working on the internet, they would play this game called, we're going to replace all their asses. While they're online posting and tweeting, we're going to be bringing in their replacements. By the time they figure it out 2025, they'll be obsolete. That's what we're talking about right now. They'll be obsolete. Meaning, no matter what they say or do, nobody would care no more. It's that simple. Huh? The great embarrassment. That's all you're going to see. So now, Shannon Sharpe, stylist. He's the man that gave Shannon his modern day swag, his drip. He is the one who inspired Shannon to call himself Unc. That's right. His name is Hollywood. But he was supposed to be his stylist. But we know in Hollywood, that's a code word for his boyfriend. Now, his nickname is Hollywood. That's his nickname. And you'll see, he's the one that, because Shannon used to dress like he was a church member. And when he wasn't at church, he would dress like he was chilling on a porch in Georgia. That's how he used to dress. But you're going to see he got up to date. That's because of him. But you also seen him going on mandates. Going on mandates to see his other man, LeBron James, Laker games. So you're going to see these things started to happen where Shannon started to be accused of being this man's lover. Shannon started being accused of a lot of stuff. Somebody said Young Jock. Shannon started being accused of a lot of stuff. So it is said that he cut this man off out of nowhere, just cut him off. Kicked him to the curb. After this man gave him the juice. You see what I'm saying? So Shannon started feeling, so he young. He don't need him no more. Basically, Shannon was like, I know how to dress now. I don't need you no more. And kicked him to the curb. Also, what people forget, y'all be talking about Yandy, man, DC. Man, DC was hanging around them too. Yes, he was. All right, so let's go. Now you got the picture clear. They was on mandates. So now it's being said that this guy right here, Shannon Sharpe, G-A-Y friend, blast him, puts him on blast. And the question is he preparing to expose Shannon Sharpe? Is he exposed? Is he? Shannon, he said, you better send me a bag too, idiot. I did all this work for you. You barely want to pay me, and you don't pay this woman generational wealth. Idiot. Now, Shannon, you better pay that man before he write a book on your ass. Yeah. You better hope he don't say he want 7 million, 5 million. He going to take the rest of your money. All right? Because now he got leverage on Shannon. Didn't I tell you Shannon is an idiot? Shannon Sharpe is delusional, y'all. Who the hell watches Shannon Sharpe? Yo, I saw over the weekend on Saturday, Sunday, AI, yo, YouTube they had this shit. So I see everybody video was so low. I even seen Shannon's shit was low. But at the same time, there's no who watching Shannon for real. He been accused of penetrating that woman on 2 occasions. Penetrating her against her will. We got the proof. He made a payout. Shannon, I'm always looking at you as a pervert, bro. I don't look at you as nothing else. I don't watch weirdo porn, and I don't watch weirdos. That's just me. All right, because every time I see your face, I'm going to think about you on the phone with that girl, and I'm going to just think you just a big brute. So we're going to leave that alone. Now, this is what we're going to go back to. Let's go to the post. Once again, Shannon getting hit with that karma. He getting hit with that karma talk. So this is his ex-stylist, Hollywood, posting that, Shannon, you getting that karma. We see the same thing Nick Young did to D'Angelo Russell. So look, he talking smoke. He said, I see karma is still working. The new lady, I got to blow this up because that shit, hold up, let me read this. He said, I see karma is still working. The new lady is suing for 20 million. She should go for 30 million. So as you see, right? He's saying, as he said, she should have took all his money. And now you seeing this. Shannon Sharpe now has to be scared that he's about to come out on him because he never started going against Shannon like that. And one thing we got to understand, if anybody got some recent dirt on Shannon, it's him. I don't care if he tell his story about how he first told Shannon how to dress. He gonna write a book on that. About how when he first met Shannon, Shannon was wearing church clothes. Yes, he was. That's it. Shannon was still wearing, he was still wearing jeans with the big cuff on them. He was wearing the big farmer jeans, y'all. Shannon was still wearing the jeans with the little hammer pocket on the back. He was still wearing that stuff. Yeah. He had a lot of money, but he was still wearing Beverly Hills Polo Club jeans. He one of them type of guys. Yeah. Shannon he had money, but he was petty. He was still wearing like TJ Maxx shit. And then, you know, this man right here to teach him how to dress, man. And then you're going to see Shannon started clout chasing LeBron for the young crowd. And he started learning how to dress from him, the young crowd. And then he took that and he turned himself into Unk. But after that, I also think I'm also going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be real with y'all. I think Hollywood was controlling Shannon. I think it started out one way, but I think after a while, he did some stuff to Shannon. And I think after a while, Shannon liked it. And I'm going to be real, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all today, in my opinion, I think it was Hollywood did this to Shannon Sharpe. Hollywood did that to him. And this is what I was trying to tell y'all from the beginning. When I be telling y'all stuff like, it's the new man that's supposed to be so straight. They are actually more you know what than the men that's outright. This is what I kept trying to, this is my whole point what I was trying to tell y'all throughout the whole Diddy shit and all of this stuff. When I'm making all these jokes, what I've been trying to tell y'all is, it's the one that's supposed to be so straight. See, now, look at Hollywood in that picture with Shannon Sharpe. He looked more thorough than Shannon. But I'm going to show you something, okay? The guy Hollywood is an outright G-A-Y man. That's who he is. Okay. But you're going to see, somehow he looked more masculine than Shannon. And I was trying to tell y'all that's the new shit. Well, he's actually more masculine than Shannon, and I think he did that to Shannon. But you're going to see, Hollywood ain't wearing no pocketbooks. He ain't wearing no big pocketbooks like Shannon. No. I think he was his stylist. So, you know, he had to tell Shannon to get dressed and put this on and put that on a lot. But all I'm going to tell you is this. I think he did that to Shannon. That's what I think. Hey, man, the word is a lot of them rich Hollywood celebrities be getting pegged. And they say they like getting pegged, man. So a lot of time, you think they doing stuff to them people. No, them people do stuff to them. And the thing is, you ain't going to get it. But I'm going to tell you this. In my opinion, look, man, Shannon wasn't acting like that till after the fact. He ain't act like that. But after he started hanging with him, and I'm starting to see low-key, it looked like you the date, Shannon. It looked like he taking you on a date. All I know is this. After he was messing with Hollywood, he just started doing this shit. And that's what people said, what's wrong with Shannon, man? Something wrong with him, man. So, yo, honestly, y'all, I think it was after this picture right here where he fired Hollywood after this. I think after this picture right here where he got roasted and everybody officially was accusing Shannon of being, you know what? He fired this man for no reason, I think, man. Now, let's ask this question. Why the hell would you fire this man after being with him all this time in public and going out to games? Y'all going on dates. Because you were using it for clout, that's why. See, when Shannon was not playing, y'all, when he was on Undisputed, I showed you when he first started. He started branding himself with that young boy persona. So he started going to, because y'all should also know by now, they only go to the games for clout, to be on the camera, to be at front row. That's it. So that's how they brand themselves. So Shannon started going to the games with his new outfits on. Then you'll see he went viral. That time for starting with John Morant's father. He was doing little stuff on purpose, trying to get his celebrity status up. And you'll see he was doing these things until the Cat Williams interview. You will even see Hollywood next to Shannon with the Club Shay Shay on because he was with him in the beginning when it started. He is his damn stylist. Or he was his damn boyfriend and he just called him a stylist. All right, very simple. But you see him with the Club Shay Shay hoodie on. And you will see he was also Shannon's biggest supporter. So when I tell you, it's a lot of men that still watch Shannon, it's for a reason. Shannon Sharpe showed me who he is. He already showed me who he is. And on top of that, he showed me what he do to women. So why would I watch him? Why? No. I also told you they were tapping into their fan base. I'm telling you what they've been doing. Shannon Sharpe also knows that this man is G-A-Y. He's from a big community. And this is how they've been also trying to tap into the gay community, y'all. When I told you years ago, in the last day, the last money they will have left is money from the rainbow community. And that's going to be the last money they're going to get. I already told you that. And now I'm going to show it to you. that they were actually marketing themselves. When you kept hearing every scandal you heard about them that was of a particular sex, they were doing that for fan base. Like when I tell you I watch TV, okay, check this out. Y'all know how many times Dwight Howard been caught, but Dwight Howard is in a new commercial right now. Y'all know that Bevel razor? Well, Bevel got some new stuff going on. Dwight Howard got to deal with Bevel. He's on national TV doing commercials for what? The League with Ice Cube. When I was breaking down, Ice Cube know what he's doing when he signed Dwight Howard to the Big Three, because Dwight Howard brings the rainbow revenue. See, when all of this rainbow stuff became popular, they created a new market of money. You got single money, you got single woman money, you got straight men money, you got married couple money, you got the rainbow community money. Well, the trans or married couples is lanes of money that were created. I don't care if you want to even go to how the doctors' money boomed. Everybody money big from this market that was created. So I'm saying that all because Shannon and them know all of this stuff. That's why you're going to see a lot of them align themselves with that community. A lot of them expose things because they knew that was one of the biggest markets left. This is how, when I tied it together doing my homework, I found out that a lot of the rappers were performing at GAY clubs. Yes, because they were still getting their money. When they fall off, the rappers fall off, you don't know that the club they getting booked at in so-and-so state is really a GAY club. And that's who was booking them for these events. All right, so you also going to see during a certain era, everybody wanted to be down with the rainbow one way or another for many reasons. And it was a money grab as well. But it also is who they are. So this is what we're looking at. This is how we know Shannon's delusional. All right, he's 56, okay. But you will see, he waited until they got 50 to try to be younger. He's in his 50s. He has showed us he's never been settled down with a woman, which means he don't want no damn woman. And it's okay. But what he don't understand is his whole life is so clear right now. On top of that, he ruined his brother Hall of Fame weekend. Now, Shannon has to be worried that this man does not come out on him and expose his ass. All right? And this is what I'm just showing you how. Ever since Shannon did that, he been a joke, y'all. He been a joke. Nobody respects Shannon. Nobody. All right? So I'm just letting you know. Only people who watch them are they fans. Nobody cares about them. So like I said, it's mighty funny. When he started getting accused of, you know what, then he just fired that man for no reason. So that man still feel a certain way about that. When Shannon when allegedly leaked that video of him having whatever, he trolled him then, and now he tell him again. Karma. He said that lady should have got 30 million instead of 20. She should have took all your money. So Shannon, you better hope this man don't go live. You better hope he don't do the interviews, and you better hope he don't write a book. And all we want to know is, Shannon, how the hell are you more feminine than him? How the hell you wearing pocketbooks and we ain't see him with a pocketbook not once? No, Shannon, I know what happened. Let me find out Hollywood turned into a drill machine on your ass. Because you've been acting weird, Shannon. All y'all been acting weird. Now, like I said, SOULJA Boy is down with the family. For those who didn't get it. SOULJA Boy, Justin Bieber. We also know, I'm going to show you what's funny about the whole shit. The funny shit about the whole shit is Justin Bieber just dropped the album. And what's funny also is Justin Bieber has more money than every rapper we could put together right now in our face. Family, if we put every rapper left together, man, we might not even have, I'm about to say we might not even have 100 million, but the only rappers that, but they older now, but the rappers that got like the most money of rappers is people like Future, Lil Wayne. But you know they don't make music no more. But I'm talking about other than them, like that SOULJA Boy, everybody that came after like Future and them, man, all of them broke. Thank you very much. Because I'm just saying, Justin Bieber network is ridiculous because he don't even be doing nothing, but he also played a role of a bum, and maybe Justin just saved a lot of money because I cannot figure out. Don't forget his house was robbed in LA. Yeah, I assume Mandisi did that because his house got robbed right when he was hanging around Mandisi. So thank you for that comment because not to put it on Mandisi, but that's a good comment because that was when he first broke up with him. That's when he first cut him off. So you're going to see, it's like when he first cut him off, that happened, his house got broken into, and that's when the watch got stolen. Yup. And because I remember, I had saw a picture of Shannon, Mandisi, and Hollywood, him right there, and with somebody else. And that's how like, oh, Mandisi be hanging with them too. Then I was like, man, Mandisi probably stole that watch, or Hollywood could have stole it. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I think they was going to do Shannon dirty. Also, don't forget, it was like a chain of events because when Shannon got his house broken into, he was on Undisputed still. Yep. And he kept that under wraps. Yeah. Nah, Shannon did them dirty. I think Shannon used that man up, used him up for a lot of stuff and kicked him to the curb out of nowhere, fired him. All right, so now y'all starting to see it now. All right, they was on dates. You could see at first he probably was getting mad at the camera guy. You see he was mad. See, at first he was mad. See, but then he had no choice. After a while, he accepted it. So we got more than one picture of them out together many, many days. So you will clearly see they was out together many times, and then out of nowhere, when Shannon started getting smoke, he just cut the man off. That's one leg of game. That's another leg of game. That's another leg of game. All right? That's another leg of game. So you see them on, you got your proof right here. That's 4 dates alone, y'all. 4 dates. That was you get it? Y'all know what that was. Code word, stylist. Nah, bro. We call it relationship. But now, I think if Shannon Sharpe don't bow out gracefully, I think this man right here going to be used to get Shannon out of here for good. Because if that man start talking to write a book, it's over for Shannon. Yeah, y'all, Shannon's still trying to get his coins. Now, let's speed it up to the real talk. I told you, all of this shit is played out, but they fell so far from grace, they're not coming back. So now we're going to talk about this real shit. See how mad Shannon was, y'all? He was mad as fuck when he first got filmed. Look how mad he is, y'all. He was mad. This when he first didn't want that attention. You'll see it clear as day. And you'll see at first, Hollywood was they were going to the game like he was thugged out, hoodies on, acting regular. And look at, he was mad as, you could see he was mad, y'all. But after a while, he had to accept it. And I think after a while, he was just like, well, I might as well just deal with it. Can't hide it no more. But look, this is what I'm going to show you. See, Shannon was acting hard then. Look how he acting now, though. See, that was after Hollywood. That was after all the games. Yeah, Shannon, you got flipped. I hope Hollywood ain't jammed nothing up in you. Let's go. The real talk now, y'all. I didn't know California was catching hell again. Part 2 from January. I said, in my opinion, I think a lot of this stuff is too... I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know if it's calm. I don't know what it is. But all I know is it's a lot of people on the street. It's a lot of people been living on the street. People been promoting live on the street. And LA has the most people on the street. And California has the most people living off the grid, meaning they live in woods, caves, under bridges. They live everywhere. See, the people of California don't understand what makes them delusional lunatics. I'm talking about the ones that's out there struggling because you guys will do everything but fucking leave. You will live. We're going to look at it today, y'all. When I'm going to show y'all how California were the main gaslighters of everything negative in this country. When I said on the East Coast, you living outside, that means you a bum. California promoted that shit because it go back to the hippies, living in vans. This ain't Scooby-Doo days. They were living in vans in 2025. Sleeping in woods, 2025. Not because they're doing bad, not just because they're homeless, because they know that shit expensive and they don't want to leave. Let's go. California's Gifford fire surges to nearly 40,000 acres, closing highways, evacuation orders expanded. The Gifford fire in the Los Angeles area. Now let's check Los Padres. Hold on. Let me just speed this shit up. All right, let's just speed it up, man. I ain't got time to play today. All right, part 2. When I've been telling people, just be thankful for the day. Just be happy this shit don't happen in your city. Because it ain't going to stop. Mind you, beginning of the year, the reality in 2025, once again, I'm going to show you again, for some strange reason, I spoke about how California going to get their ass dealt with this year. I don't know why, but I just knew some shit in Cali was going to happen. Now, a big fire happened January. We know this already. We're not going there today. We know the whole Hollywood is on the run. We know Malibu is burnt up. Okay? Now, this is a part 2. But what I want people to see, no other state been burning like California. No other state. Maybe somebody can figure it out, but I'm going to show you this right here. These are the people that been gaslighting the world, y'all. When I went into these studies, y'all going to find out half the people online, even to this day in this chat, no disrespect to some of y'all, but I know y'all all around. A lot of people were homeless, y'all. This is what I meant by homeless. Did you know a lot of people you listen to was in mobile homes? Remember, you've been on this internet a little while, right? Remember, they were promoting on every app, on TikTok. Just remember, they were promoting living off the grid, living on vans, living in RVs, living on the road. They were promoting that shit, right? Oh, this is a way to save from paying bills. This is the cheaper way. But do you have any idea how many people did that shit and listen to that shit? When I said the trick y'all don't understand is that's making yourself homeless. Once you go off the grid, you're making yourself homeless. You're making yourself a statistic. Now I want you to think of something. Thank you, Linnell. You hearing about all these fires in California? Now you're going to see how they were living in California and ask yourself a question. What the fuck gonna happen to all those RVs that's by all them woods and all those zones? Because for people that don't know Cali, the RV camps, the parks, the trailer parks, they're all by the woods. But guess what? This also brings drugs. Guess what? This also be people on the run. That's right. This was also the #1 trade by people on the run. Criminals. So I kept telling you, you're going to see all of this shit was gaslit on what? Social media. All of it was a setup. Let me show you how stupid they are, because I put it all together when I've been studying California. They are the home of everything fake, everything stupid, everything weirdo, everything backwards, because they grow up by fucking mountains and deserts. Meaning, they are the most people in this country detached from fucking reality, y'all. I'm not playing with you. How they live out there is how they supposed to live. But on the East Coast, we don't live like that, and it ain't meant for you to live like that. You will never in your life see no shit like this on the East Coast. No, y'all. You just thought about Skid Row? Hell no. Y'all have no clue how many people in California was fucking homeless. But did you not also figuring out all of them online? All of them online every day. All of them talking about politics every day. All of them, y'all, talking about the president. Now you see why people mad, why they hate this, but then I want you to think, now you see why they had to let new people in the country to get these jobs and take these cribs? No, this is America. This what happened. When I said, look, it's not like they got the new joints. These the new trailers for living off the grid. Those the real ones. They were living like the goddamn 70s. Those are goddamn 70s RVs, hippie shit. That's California. The home of Google, the home of the internet, the home of trending topic, the home of making up shit. They the ones started that. I'm online with I'm starting my own business. They started all that shit. Because when you're in California, they needed this fucking money. They needed the internet for social. See, out there, they spread apart. It's many different races, many different people. They started all that speed dating, dating online, meeting people. That's California shit. Well, I told you, it's nothing wrong with Cali. It's just that one people going to suffer the most. When you're black in California, you're going to be fucking delusional. You just are. All right? It's a different behavior. But I want you to see, they are the home of the people that's so fucking free. But I told you that's the home of the hippies. And there's nothing wrong with that. They just fake hippies. Because you cannot be a hippie in 2025 unless you got your shit together. And I also told you, which we already know, the real hippies were in the White House. They're the ones that passed the law for the rainbow. They're the ones that passed the law for smoking marijuana. Those are the real hippies, because the real hippies went corporate. Suit and tie now. All right? Now, this right here was called fad trend. I want y'all to look at how many Americans were doing this shit and being proud of it. And what y'all got to understand, being that all on fires just smack California, all of them are now homeless. Some of them might be burnt up. Man, as far as we know, their RVs done blew the fuck up. We don't know nothing. No, y'all. When you think of everything promoted, it was from here. The most disgruntled place, when I told you they started to call them foreigners. These are the motherfuckers that don't really want to be Americans. They don't really want to fucking live here, but they don't want to fucking move. Now, let me show you something doing research. It's people in California, they've been doing this. They rather live in an RV for $800 a month because they don't want to pay the $2,500 a month. So this is a lifestyle. But when you understand it got so much out of control, when you got all these different, now I want y'all to think about how dirty California is, right? But I'm going to talk about the real dirty, that shit is fucking dirty, all right? You had so many illegals, huh? That's the home of sex trafficking. That's the home of prostitution. That's the home of the drug trade, which means more junkies than any state, more drug addicts than any other state, more prostitutes than any other state, more immigrants than any other state. Filthy, 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 filthy. All right? That's the whole state. Then on top of that, they promote bum shit. That's what they do. Now on the East Coast, it's a bunch of RV trailer park, but you ain't gonna know where they at unless you go up in the woods or you know about the back roads. You ain't gonna see them like that. No, not only was this in California streets. Remember, y'all, this has nothing to do with Skid Row. What if I told you California had the most homeless people? No, but now you're going to get this to your fucking head, California, and everybody else. Can you now see how California been worse than any third world country you can name? When I tell you a lot of people in America have big-ass fucking mouths, but they had no clue the life they was living. People in Jamaica live better than this shit. You pick somewhere. God damn it, Haiti. Fuck wrong with y'all. No, that's California, the home of the big mouth. Now I want you to think of every tent, and you think of that bum motherfucker on their phone. Some of them in the chat right now. When I tell you this shit gave opinions to fucking nobodies and trash. When I tell you it's a reason why this shit played out. When I tell you in the last day, everybody broke ass gonna be on this internet because the internet is the place of fucking losers now. I'm not playing with y'all. It was so many people on this shit homeless. So many people on this shit fresh out of mental institutions. Motherfuckers on these apps in jail. Y'all didn't understand when I told you what happened. The world got flipped. Everybody's in a world of poverty, fantasy land. This is not America, jackasses. But now you're going to see. I know what's up. I know all this shit had to burn. Because this is what California is. The home of riot. Because if it ain't no riot, they ain't going to get no new sneakers. The home of riot. And if they don't riot, they might not get no new shit for the next 10 years. But people in California not going to tell you they'll rent whip your fucking ass so much, but they don't want to get it that California is for people with careers and into entertainment. It is not for regular people. It's not for raising no families. It ain't. You're going to suffer. But instead of moving, they'll stay there. That's why I want to tell all people. That's what make a lot of y'all so dumb. Because you have 50 fucking states. You can go to a state. If you on disability, you got certain issues. It's certain states you can get on Section 8, apply for housing, and be in that shit in 2-3 months so fast, but you'll fucking be on the street in California like an asshole for years. Meanwhile, you go to one state and get put on so quick. Got your crib, got everything. No, y'all, I told you. When you also understand in America now, I'm not lying, y'all, these are studies. It is more psychological damaged people than we fucking think. I'm starting to think it's more psychological. It's more psychological damaged people than normal people now. It is more people with mental issues now than regular people. Mental issues go so many different ways, y'all. People are fucking sick. And what happened was this internet tried to make it like we all the same. So I don't want to hear a lot of y'all opinion no more. I don't want to hear none of y'all shit. Because the truth is, this how most people fucking live, or a few notches up. Meaning these are the people that gave up on society. So it made them have big mouths, and it made these people be the main ones online all day, talking shit all fucking day, y'all. These are the people that need TikTok for money. These are your fucking TikTokers. This is all of that shit coming out of California. Now, you know East Coast New York, you ain't never seen no shit like that. To them, it's fucking normal. When I said, y'all, they raised on eating out of fucking food trucks. They raised a certain way because the reality is California's a fucking desert, all right? With no structure. It's everybody for themselves. So it's like that. But when I understood the Army had to be sent there, U.S. Marshals, National Guards, ICE, Homeland, then look at the gang problems, drug problem. No, that's the home of the shit, y'all. No, that is just what it always been. But when people understand that this shit been going on so fucking long, y'all, it has to come to an end. Now I want you to just think this. While all this been going on, so had these fires. These fires is evacuating everything, smoking out everything. Everything is mass evacuation, which means everybody living like that, their time is up. When you living like that and your time is up, nobody know what's next. You don't even know what's going to happen. But this been everywhere I've been. Now, throughout the months, I've been showing y'all the fires on the East Coast. All that shit been in country woods. When I said, yo, a lot of people hide in the woods. A lot of people that's on the run. Get it? People not supposed to be in the country. This was somebody can pull up with their RV, put a young lady in there and prostitute, get some money. Then what they do? Drive off, go somewhere else to another spot. Guess what else? Some of these people do have jobs. People was choosing to live like that. So you got many reasons. But most of these people, y'all, chose to live like that. To calling themselves save, man, they was doing that shit to save money. They was doing that shit because they couldn't afford it. They was trying to push it as living off the grid. No, you motherfuckers couldn't afford California living. And you didn't want to leave. So y'all came with y'all way of trying to be cheaper and reduce shit. But I want y'all to see this one thing. 2025. I also was able to see people brains are slow, y'all. People not comprehending what year we in. They not. I think people lost track of time. Yeah. I mean that shit. They was doing this shit in the fucking 70s, y'all. They were doing that shit in the 60s. Now, I'm just giving y'all a hint. California, Gifford fire surges to nearly 40,000 acres, closing highways, evacuation orders expanded. You getting it? Closing highways. What that mean? They ain't going nowhere. Evacuated. They got to leave. You got to get up out that van. You ain't going nowhere. Which means if they ever come back, guess what's going to happen to all they shit? All they shit going to be gone. When I told you so many Americans going to be finished after this year, that's right. This is what I was trying to tell people months ago. Family, when you get into that off the grid shit, when you get into that no family shit, you make yourself a statistic. Because what y'all didn't understand about this world, right? Some of y'all didn't know that. Say you living in a hotel. You can afford it. You just say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to live in a hotel for a while. On paper, you're still considered homeless. You can have 50 grand in the bank. It doesn't matter. You're considered homeless because you don't have a home address. In this country, not having a home address makes you labeled, you're really homeless because you personally don't have a home in your name. So when I'm telling you, when we've been trained to live like that your whole life, you're not even realizing, for real, your whole life you've been homeless because all you've been doing is what? Living with people. Your whole life you've been in relationships, but nothing ever been in your name. You actually been living homeless your whole life. So that's why after every relationship you break up, you got to start over again because you really never had your own shit. But people don't get that. When you living like that and you end up on hard times, you can become a statistic. So now, right, all these fires come. National Guard, All these law enforcement run down. Hey, where you going at? Okay, you got to come with us. There's nothing you can say because this is the proof you have nowhere to go. This is the proof that you were trying to live outside of society. You don't have no home address. Now, they can tell you what's going to happen to you. Well, until you can prove to us you have family, until you can prove to us that you have an address, you're going to have to stay with us. That's how it works. Now, don't forget, you was in a van, right? Off the grid, but that fire came, you had to get evacuated. You ain't had time to get your fucking social. You ain't had time to get none of your personal shit. Now, guess what happened to you? See? Living off the grid, it's easy to be a statistic. But like I said, they know criminals hide here, runaways, sex traffickers, all of that hides in that. They hide because this is a network throughout America. You go to any state right now, you're going to see the same thing, but it's going to be RV camps. RV camps, people don't know, they got cable hookup, all that shit. But it's people that live on the road and they go from state to state, state to state. 13 arrested in Southern California prostitution bust, the home of prostitution, because it's the cities that are very expensive. That's the cities where you need crime to sustain. So another thing that happened, once crime started to get shut down, people couldn't make no money. No, y'all, I can show you so much of this shit. This shit goes on for miles and miles and miles and miles in every different part of California, period, y'all. So that's why I was showing you this. Look how far behind they in town. Those are the new trailers. They in the goddamn trailers back in the day. They in the old shit, y'all. They in the Scooby-Doo shit. Look at that. That's called bum shit. These are the real trailers, y'all. All right? That same shit right there, you can tote around with your truck and go anywhere in the country for a certain amount of time. You get it? But really, see, what people don't really get, this shit is really for like couples when they retire. Or you and your people, y'all say we going on vacation for a month. And y'all or the whole summer vacation. That's when you do this shit like that. Get it? You do stuff like that when you're on vacation. You might do it for a month or two, but you might go to this state. Then we going to Kentucky. We going to this state, but we're gonna go off the grid. But we really getting into our camping skills and survival tactics. That's all it is. But as people know, that shit is not how you live your life. Meaning you can live like that, but you also could be caught up like that. Just like you can live in this. A major storm come, blow your whole house off the map. What you gonna do after that? So I'm saying that because we in America, the home of shortcuts, people thought this shit was a shortcut to saving money or to making it in life. People don't have the concept of reality, y'all. This shit right here means you're going backwards. I don't care what you had before that. I don't care if you had a goddamn apartment with no goddamn bedrooms, with no furniture. This is called going backwards. So you're going to see a lot of Americans started to sign up to do shit to themselves. So when you understand, y'all, that a lot of shit had to be changed because this shit went so low, I want you to now see it was California promoting all of this shit online to you, making you think it's cool, living off the grid. Oh, we living off the grid and we doing this. We getting RVs. Me and my husband, we're getting RVs to live in. If I asked you where all of them at now, you wouldn't be able to tell me. Some of the ass might be dead. Some of the ass might be worse than that. Because now, right, these areas got wiped out with fires in January that went on for a month plus. Now they getting smacked again, and there's no telling when it's going to stop, y'all, at all. And now they also saying we about to be back in tornado season. But I want you to see, as this going on, fires in California, they still getting rounded up. All sex trafficking is getting rounded up because the whole America became freaky. Like I said, it's all in the Diddy trial. The whole America became sexual deviants, but they also know that Americans have become so poor, one of the only ways for them to make money was through sex. So it's a reason when you started seeing all this sex on your applications, it's a reason when you saw OnlyFans. They know most of this country became drug heads and most of the country had to sell sex. These are the two facts. So now you're going to see Homeland Security locking up drugs, Homeland Security locking down on sex. The two departments used by criminals in America to sustain life. When you live off the grid, you have to either sell drugs or participate in what? Sex, if you don't got a job. They know this shit. You guys got to keep that shit gassed up. You guys got to keep food. It's only with certain ways you're going to make it when you don't have a real job. So they know this. But when you see that America had to be flipped over, it had to be reset. Family, America got too poor. You never saw this in your life. You never saw this in your life. So you just think, how are we going to the future? Every other country is advancing. Everybody else is investing. They got new shit, new cities built. We just finished talking about Saudi Arabia got amusement parks. We in America, the home of amusement parks. Families don't go there no more. Families sleep with their family inside of RVs. America talking all this shit. You looking at California. Don't look too much better than Puerto Rico, does it? Does it? Does California look much better than Haiti? The shit they doing? Are they doing this in Haiti? Pick a country, y'all. They doing that shit in Africa? Are they doing that in Africa? Where they doing that at, y'all? Who does this? Then on top of that, these are old ass RVs. 1983, 82, 78. You see that shit? On top of that. No, Americans, y'all fucked up, man. But I want y'all to see the home of the big mouth, California. You're going to call them liberal. You're going to call them woke. You're going to call them free. But when you understand, of course, they're going to be fucking free because they born in a place of goddamn deserts, hills, sand, mountain. They're not based on community. That's the thing about them. Now, they're about community when they all fucking broke. But when they got money in California, most of them just live their life. Ain't no damn community. Reason why I say that because they are the most controversial people. And I say that because the home of woke nation is California, y'all. That's where it all come from. The home of Hollywood and the home of trends. So, Charlamagne is now on a hot seat because he got smoked with the White House. We're going to leave it at that. Only thing I'm going to tell you about Charlamagne, you just watch his career. See how it's going to go down. Because it's looking to me like he's the only one fighting this battle left for Jay-Z. He has to fight for Jay-Z to the end. Don't forget that. Jay-Z owns his ass. So whatever Charlamagne got to do, he got to keep the news going to keep the attention off the other part of Rock Nation. All right, so let's go back to this real quick. Top of the top. A lot of abuse and extra things was happening in those old trailers. Now from those big windows, can see right through the new trailers. Yup. Yeah, man, because these are the number one devices for kidnapping and sex trafficking. Yup. Come to your city, pull up. Might be 2 cars. One car gonna get you. See how they do? They come to your city, pull up in the parking lot, go straight to the dating app. Go straight to the dating app, try to find some people. You think you about to get up with some dates? Whole time they got the van parked. You get in the car gonna, they gonna snatch you up. You're gonna get in that truck, and they going to another state after that. They gone. What you gonna do? That's the type of shit they was doing. Using them shit to transport drugs and humans. Also, don't forget the other main thing they were doing was human slavery. Getting people, getting foreigners, selling their ass. Like, you might say they get 5 illegals in California, drive to North Carolina, sell their ass to somebody. You need some help on your farm, sir? Sell them to you real quick. Then they leave, keep it moving. That's what they was doing, y'all. Shit like that. Shit, they go to North Carolina, they going to drop off Somali, and then while they at it, they're going to drop off 3 Mexicans and then go back home. And all disguised as campers, and also disguised, some of them disguised as families. You know what I'm saying? But these shits were also used for doing dirt. You also can kind of see that. See that? Just look at the old ass. All these shits old as fuck, y'all. Look how old they are. Meaning you can tell they junkies. Meaning they're not real RVs. It's not like they real American families in the RV chilling. You'll clearly see most of these RVs into dirty shit. Man, they look like an old mail truck, the second one. Nah, man, that was straight hippie shit. No, y'all. These were people that knew they couldn't afford to live in California, but they did want to fucking leave. That's all it is. Didn't want to leave, y'all. Just showing you, see? Oh shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that one right there. Look at that. Look at the one in the front. A fucking pickup truck. A Sanford and Son truck with a trailer on it. Motherfucker living in that shit. California, why y'all didn't tell the truth? Why y'all was on all these platforms talking all this shit, but y'all never told the truth that most of y'all live in fucking RVs, and the other half of y'all homeless, and the other half of y'all live in apartments, and other percentage of y'all got roommates. The facts you should know about California, most of them don't own shit. Most of them don't even rent out a house. East Coast, we rent out houses and shit. East Coast, you can rent out a house and be by yourself. People don't know. When I told you, everybody struggling, ain't I struggle when I say everybody talking this we shit. No, that's y'all. East Coast, we don't live like that. Even doing bad, still doing better than that. Am I lying, y'all? East Coast, you still can rent a room for somebody and be chilling with cable, everything. No, y'all choose to live in California, but which I don't get. They been trying to tell y'all with the rent, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Some people don't get. When you're in these cities struggling, the code word is get out of here, leave. But y'all won't get that. You will struggle, drag yourself, ruin your life, go from place to place to place to stay in these cities and still have nothing. Nothing. Keep selling your furniture. Keep losing your cars. Keep losing your cribs. Nothing. Because it's the price to pay in the city. It was written about cities and countryside, cities and outside the city. You're always going to pay a price in the city. Y'all didn't get that. The city is a luxury. You didn't get that. Go back to ancient times. When you live in a city, you got to know to take what come with it. That's why certain people know if you ain't got a lot of money, you stay your ass out of certain cities because they know that already. You didn't know that because cities are your prison. Cities are your prison. Other people, nah. Because when you're in the city and you can't function, you can't prosper, then you're so broke you can't even leave, it becomes your prison. And you're also going to see when you travel out of certain places, when you travel out of certain towns, it's cheaper than traveling out of city. Whenever you leave in the city, you're going to get taxed just because you live in the city. Everything is taxed in the city. That's why nowadays, if you have a big family, you're never going to make it in a city. But y'all won't get that part. It's called, this is what it's called, y'all. If they can see it on Hollywood lights at night and they can see Sunset Boulevard, fuck it. Hey, I'll just sleep here. I don't give a fuck. So they will go through all this shit just to feel like they're a part of Hollywood in California. Shit like that, y'all. When I told you they got everybody being proud of these fucking cities we from. No, the cities don't do shit for us. But what you're going to see is just the real California. Now, that's the people with a little bit of money, fucked up, working class. Just saw it on TV. Guy talking about how he works everything, but he can't afford $2,500 a month. No, that's the working class and the other people. These are the people lower than them, y'all. California right now. Well, I say this before that shit got cleaned up. No, you got the proof. How the hell was California one of the richest places but the poorest place at the same time? Why? You see that black man, right? It's the poorest place for blacks and minorities because those blacks didn't get it. The only reason why black people in California, because your ancestors went there damn near 100 years ago. Their ancestors went there from the South to work on those fucking ships, to work on that fucking land. The blacks went to California to build the shit up. But after it got built the fuck up, they didn't need y'all in California no more. And then you're going to see the original people that moved to California were homeowners. The keys to that is in the movie Devil in the Blue Dress. The original blacks that went to California were homeowners. All the way from Oakland to Long Beach, they were homeowners. But as time went on and it went to gangs and all this other shit, the new generations of California ruined every black neighborhood that was established by the original black people that went to California. The original blacks that went to California were builders and things like that. But their future generations and bloodlines will be the ones that become homeless. All these homeless blacks are the ancestors of the people that came from the South. But these are also all, see, why all the blacks in California was going to pay a price in the end? Because originally, all of their family is from the South. But they kept trying to stay in this wilderness and desert. So they got detached from their family in the South, and that's how they got stuck in these deserts. Because they're all from the South. Whether they want to acknowledge their bloodline or not, they're all from the South. So, being that they acknowledge their bloodline, now they're all stuck in California. And this was the trick of getting you to praise your city, love your city, but you will never have a connection with the city. You won't even know the city's real history, how it was established. You ain't even gonna know that. Like when you're proud of Houston, you don't even know about the man Houston that started the shit. All right, it's a lot of shit like that, y'all. So I'm telling you, you see California, it's a reason why California has a place called what? Death Valley. What if I told you California has always been a home of death? All right, we know that. We know that from the gangs. The most bloodshed in this country been in California. The city with the most bloodshed is Los Angeles, period. You just take all them years from gang banging. That shit was about 50 years. That shit go back to the 70s, guys. Take that shit from early 70s to now. That's how many people done died. Or how many people got wiped out. Hey, let's talk about race in California. Which race died the most? Okay. So I'm telling you to say, it's a reason why California got to be reset. So the fire going to do it. But the main thing, understand, this fire has made evacuations. And being in this evacuations, we don't know where none of these people going at. But just know they will never, ever come back. These people on the street will never, ever come back. No, y'all. This is the shit that was being hidden. Now, remember, this is the home of the liberals. Y'all keep talking to me about elections, but somehow this shit went on the whole past 4 years. I didn't hear shit. No, this ain't right. Y'all the state talk about politics the most. But how come y'all state is the worst? If y'all state is the headquarters for the rainbow, y'all state is the headquarters for that blue, why the fuck is your state so fucked up? You didn't get it yet, huh? You still didn't figure it out. What if I told you y'all got played? What if I tell y'all got finesse, you got dragged, you got tricked? What if I tell you that everybody was in on this shit called flush their ass out of here? What if I told you both parties had an agreement and said, you know what? It's time for California to have some changes. No, y'all. When you heard that 2/3 of people will be reduced, you're watching it right now because a third of the 2/3 was already homeless in the street. That's right. And the other third is trying to make it on shaky grounds. That's what's happening. Only the people that kept working, like I said, the people that kept grinding, the people that kept flying straight are the only ones going to make it through this shit. These are called your half-ass bullshitters. Now they getting pushed out because of this fire, and there's no telling when it's going to stop. They also using this fire to flush out any immigrants not supposed to be here. All of these events are used to check paperwork, check backgrounds. All right? Now let's get to the other joke. Justin Bieber rapping. Told y'all Justin Bieber's a troll, man. Justin Bieber's a new gangster rap. You see Justin Bieber rapping with a goat, y'all? Do y'all see Justin Bieber rapping with a goat? No, Justin, it's reversed now, y'all. The rappers are soft. Now, Justin, he hard. Remember Justin was a little soft singer? It flipped, y'all. Justin was the soft singer. Now he's a gangster rapper. And now the gangster rapper's turning to little Justin Bieber. That's what happened. Now, look. Justin Bieber letting y'all know, just because he rap, you better not fuck with him. He letting you know, do not fuck with him. He already came out and told y'all a couple times. He told the Clips, shut up. Justin been telling y'all, I'm not the dad to be fucked with. He said it already. But Justin letting y'all know, he's trolling all the gangster rappers because he know their career's over with. He also know they broke. He also know a lot of them in jail. But Justin is showing you, don't fuck with me. What else y'all not getting? Raised by the diddler. Now you're going to notice something about this game. Some people been around Diddy straight, and some people just not. This is also Justin Bieber trolling all y'all that live off the grid. Because he telling you, I do this for real. Meaning, I'm gonna be off the grid for a little while, but I'm going back to my mansion. I ain't doing this shit. Meanwhile, y'all gonna have to live out here. So Justin Bieber's a troll, like I said. And the thing about him what make him so funny, this is what I want all y'all to see. And this ain't no joke. Check this out. As of 2025, Justin Bieber's net worth is estimated to be between 200 million and 300 million. Now, I need somebody smart to explain that to me. How does Justin have all this money? He didn't drop no music in over 5 years. He just dropped something. He ain't been doing shit. Why are all of the black celebrities broke, going broke? Or if we put 10 of them money, if we put a lot of their money together, if we took every so-called celebrity on YouTube, if we put them all together, they still wouldn't have Justin Bieber money. Why is that? Why all the rappers that been in this game, when you're looking at people that been in this shit 30 years, why their money is nowhere near his shit at all? And why he has this money, he don't do shit? Can you now see how this Hollywood game is set up? When I said it's always going to end bad for the black celebrity, pick one, either way. When you got proof that Justin and SOULJA Boy, same time, that's why I'm going back into Justin. Same time. But SOULJA Boy is broke. SOULJA Boy getting locked up, getting in trouble. This is why I say it's all trolling shit. Let me show you how. SOULJA Boy is getting in trouble for a gun. While he's getting in trouble for a gun, Justin Bieber, his friend, is freely shooting a firearm. Willingly. See? SOULJA Boy is going to jail for a gun. He let you know I bust my gun whenever I feel like it. And I'm not going to jail. Can you now see his different standards of this game? That's all I'm trying to show you. They start out together. But somehow it's this separation. And their careers go in different directions. You'll see SOULJA Boy shit went all the way down. And you'll see Justin shit went all the way up. What else you notice? Well, something I said is this. What they don't understand is a lot of the black celebrities, they lowered their stock, they lowered their brand by playing around online all these years. By them playing online all these years, they actually destroyed their celebrity superstar mystique. Yes, they did. They didn't understand that YouTube and low-level content reduces them to a different level. That's why you'll never see Jay-Z, Beyonce, and certain superstars do certain shit. Certain people on certain levels, they're not going to go down to your level. They're not coming down to your level because once they do that, the mystique is gone. So when I tell you their careers are over with for a lot of reasons, a lot of them, they also took away their own superstar mystique by being on a regular level. That's what happened. When I say shit like by them coming on the internet, by them coming on YouTube, that's really the start of their ending, and it's going to be their end. Because once you are a big name and you're known for being on YouTube, it's no need to put your face on TV no more. Why is CBS going to pay you when you're a YouTube celebrity now? Why is ABC going to give you a check, Disney, when you're known for YouTube now? All right? You might as well just stay where you at. That's how it is now. What made them a celebrity is those wings we can't see behind their back. When they go to the city of angels, they're supposed to be on a certain level. But see, when their wings get clipped, they be back on the ground with us. That's SHANNON. So that's why Hollywood, this guy right here, he said that woman should have finished his ass. She should have took the 30 million. I see Karma is still working. The new lady is suing for 20 million. She should go for 30 million. The new lady is Karma, goddammit. That's her name. All right. It said this man pissed. He taught Shannon how to dress. He taught Shannon a lot of shit. He taught Shannon how to taste the rainbow and some other things. And out of nowhere, Shannon just fired him. All because of y'all on the internet. Y'all kept joking on this damn picture. Shannon got scared. He was under pressure, and he went and fired the man. Because Shannon didn't realize when he got out the car how he really was acting. He didn't know till he saw the replay. He thought he was getting out masculine. He didn't know that. No, y'all. That man want revenge. So it's being threatened, allegedly, that man might drop a book on Shannon. He might drop a book. Either drop a book or he going on some platforms. I think he's another one pissed, because you got to look at it like that. If you know for a fact you work with this man, you taught this man how to dress, you've been with this man, he cuts you off, feeling himself like he don't need you, then you see this same Negro you helped out got to pay somebody else millions. 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 All right, once again, we're going to keep saying it. Shannon Sharpe is the only man that gave somebody generational wealth. He's in the record books for that shit. That's right. You talking about hit the lotto. No, that woman hit the lotto. Shit. We need to shake her hand and get some of her good luck, because she got the best come up ever. All right? But Shannon Sharpe, to understand, no mean no. So this is what I want to see. After all of this shit Shannon been accused of all the stuff he been exposed for, who still watches him? It's very simple, y'all. Men that wear purses watch him. Even his stylists don't wear purses. Hey, man, I'm just going to say it, Shannon. I think you was getting pegged by Hollywood, man. I'm just going to say it. Fuck it. I think he was pegging your ass, bro. That's right. See, that when you was straight. Meaning, you wasn't being accused of nothing. This one, we thought he was your homeboy. But after months, we got proof. Shit, we got 4 dates right here. 4 mandates. 1 mandate right there. That's 1. That's 2. 2 mandates. All right. What other mandate we got? 3 right here. So he got on a black jacket. Shannon got on a green jacket. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 dates, Shannon. So for you to fire that man out of nowhere, that was wrong. And that's another date right here. That's 5 dates, Shannon. That's 4, matter of fact. That's 4 dates. That's just from this one show. So my point is, you was with this man. You also had this man in your house. You know damn well he was living with you. All right? So he did not fire him until he got roasted. When Shannon got roasted for this shit right here around this time, that was when he got rid of him. Because Shannon also was trying to shake the rumors, y'all. That's also what got him caught up with that young lady. I think it started out, Shannon was trying to record her to prove to us he wasn't fruity. But I think that woman took that same recording and said, he violated me. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Top of the top, who up? All right, we ain't finished yet. Now look, if this man exposed Shannon, it's it. Now put it like, Shannon is already finished, but a lot of y'all still watch him, and he still got a leg to stand on. But I think if this man come out, that shit gonna make Shannon run. Because as of now, y'all, I don't know who's watching this man. This man has made a $20 million payout. I don't care if he paid $1 million. He paid $1 million for illegally thrusting in a woman's backside. That's what he did. And he did it more than once. So we also know that he's a booty bandit. All right? That's it. Shannon is a booty bandit. And the thing is this. He's not on TV no more. Who watches him? Reason why we saying that, because you'll see between him and Diddy, it's the same shit. Is it a coincidence Shannon Sharpe and Diddy are a year apart in age? The same behavior? All right, SOULJA Boy, same shit. SOULJA Boy from Georgia like Shannon. SOULJA Boy hung around Diddy. SOULJA Boy caught with a gun. Are you seeing that nobody's going to be good, y'all? Because if somebody gets some good news, let me know. We're not going to get nothing good. But the reason why I say that, because they all connected. Now, it's good shit happening. Hey, look, let's go back to Justin Bieber. The thing is with Justin Bieber, he's not a rapper, meaning that's not his background. But you seeing Justin Bieber doing what the rappers used to do. Rappers, that's why I say it's all trolling shit. The rappers used to do this shit right here, rap, and then the rappers would go shoot their gun outside. Now Justin doing that shit. This also mean rap is dead. Justin also telling y'all he the GOAT of this shit now. He telling you he's the GOAT. When it comes to that rap shit now, you gotta holler at Justin. He got that Diddy money too. But I also want people to look at how we train to have, you train to have your favorite, but just because you have your favorite don't mean they always win it in the industry. So you can see how Justin played the role of a damn idiot, a fool, a drug head. What's wrong with Justin? What's wrong with Justin? Meanwhile, he's one of the most successful ones still left. Go look at Bow Wow net worth, y'all. Was Bow Wow not a star just like Justin? Was Bow Wow not a star before Justin? Why are all the child black celebrities broke, y'all? How the hell does Justin have between $200 and $300 million? All right. So can you now see it? Y'all thought Cadillac Records just for back then. No. Cadillac Records is the full movie of black entertainment, y'all. Temptations, there's so many of them. You put them all together, you will get the full breakdown of black entertainment. It's always going to end bad for them and broke. Let's look at Young Miami. She got with Diddy for a career. Whatever she got with Diddy for, where did her career go at? Okay. Cassie allegedly got with Diddy for a career. Where did her career go at? Mary J. Blige with Diddy. Where her career at now? Where's everybody's career that was with him now? Why everybody that was with him is a has-been? Because they're also showing you without the hand of Diddy, they were never superstars anyway. They're showing you that. Half of these people that we were raised off of, it was the executive producers that made them big. It was the executive producers that picked their beats. It was the producer that said, no, rap this way. No, do it this way. No, do the hook like that. No, we're not doing that. See, that's what y'all don't get. So you're not getting the point that since these musical executives, with their ear means a lot, their sound, their taste, you're not getting that. Since they've been gone, these other rappers are showing you they can't fucking win. They can't win. Also showing you that these rappers, entertainers, without that big industry behind them, they couldn't do it. When you're in this game, family, all you need is the name. Once you get the name, you good. You got the fucking name. Now, if you cannot capitalize off your own name and make something happen, that would mean you're incompetent. When you got a name, you could be your own manager. You own everything. When they cannot, that's why I say we are watching the dysfunction of these people. They are mentally fucked up, y'all. They are showing you that they cannot function without help of a bigger label, a bigger branch, or a bigger check. When it comes to them being independent thinkers, they showing you they can't do it. Because the difference in them and us is they have a name. If I was a household name 10 years ago, it don't matter. I can still be a household name. When they do a commercial with JJ from Good Time, you see the commercial, you still know that's JJ. Meaning he still is a recognized face. It's the same thing if I was an actor. It's nothing stop me from getting my own cameras, get my own team, or find me somebody on the come up young that's fresh out of school. Yo, we're going to film this new movie. I'm going to be the star of my own shit. You're going to film it for me. You're going to get all the shine. It's nothing to keep it going. They don't know how to do that, y'all. So I'm telling you, a lot of them, it's not just they get groomed by those labels. You're going to see this pattern. See, everybody we accepted as a big superstar has somebody big behind them. Even we accepted Bow Wow, he still had Jermaine Dupri. Snoop Dogg, he was co-signed by Dr. Dre. See, it was like that. Biggie was still co-signed by Puffy. The big artist still got to be co-signed by that big executive. So you love Def Jam, but that's because of Rick Rubin. He behind LL. He behind Beastie Boys. They had they say so on Run DMC, LL Cool J. It's the executive that makes them bigger than who they are. The same thing with Ashanti, y'all. We can laugh and joke about Irv Gotti, but you will clearly see since Ashanti stopped working with Irv Gotti, no matter how much you fucking love Ashanti, you will see that shit has nothing to do with her fucking music. Her music is not the same without Irv Gotti because they need the big celebrity See, the superstar producer knows what a hit record is. They know certain shit. And you're going to see when they don't got the big executive with them or the top producer, they don't win the same, y'all. It's just, it's a science to the shit. When I say that once Diddy's gone, that's it for them. Once I understood he's the one that pulled the strings. I know it wasn't for Diddy, Nori wouldn't even be around to this day. Nori wouldn't be on Drink Champs. It would be no Young Miami Carisha if it wasn't for him and Revolt. Shit like that. When we found out Diddy was the main one behind what? Empire. Why? They control Lee Daniels. But then you're not looking at Lee Daniels tied in with Oprah. They all together. He was 100% behind Empire, but you wouldn't know that. Anything in that black department that moved, he had to say so. He controlled 106 in Park. Proved that shit already. He controlled all of that shit. So, to prove it, since he's gone, no more money being made. So, I say that to say, what the fuck you think will happen to his baby mothers? You don't think she know that? No more money. No more money. Y'all know that money different. He locked up now, right? That money is not the same when daddy's gone. Simple. That money gone, y'all. It ain't the same. Of course you want him to come home. Now, look at that. You've been with this man all this time. He been taking care of you for how many years? 9 stops. He's gone. No, y'all. It's going to be one of the next phases we're going to see in this. We're going to start seeing the results of the celebrities getting kicked out, being on the street. We're going to start seeing celebrities in public talking to themselves, going broke, losing their mind. This is what we're going to start seeing, y'all. Trust me on that. It's just a matter of time. The first thing you're going to notice now is the celebrities, they hiding out now. See, you'll see before, they all had so much to say. Every day they'll make up, but now you're going to see they ducking and dodging because it's on the spotlight now. One of the clues is you'll see it's certain people can't sell out no concert, but you'll see SOULJA Boy still getting money. But the new rappers or the ones that came after him, they can't get no checks. And one of the main reasons why he can get a check because he has a famous hit record that was a #1 song in the country called what? Crank That SOULJA Boy. So he will always be able to do that song because that's one of his catalogs. But that is also considered a squeaky clean song that could be played anywhere. So that's why he always will be able to go do a tour with that show. When I said that some people will be able to get money, but the people with gangster content, their money is going to be dead. But SOULJA Boy is 100% down with Diddy, 100%. This is him and Ray J at Diddy house chilling. So, when they say shit like they ain't go to no Diddy party because they throw you off with that shit to make you think that only freaky shit happened at his party. So use your brain. When do you think Diddy was more freaky? At a party or in private? Which one is it? The party will have more limitations to it, right? So I'm saying that to say you cannot judge by no damn parties because he had a lot of get-togethers, gatherings, and private meetings. All right? And y'all kept forgetting Diddy was the clout. But now you know what they into. SOULJA Boy. Yo, go in the back room real quick. Let me see you do that Crank That SOULJA Boy. Huh? SOULJA Boy, put these heels on real quick. Crank that. Let me see you do the Crank That in these heels, bro. Show me the dance. That's Diddy, man. Who up on this money day? Yeah, they was trying to rig the video at first, y'all. Told you that's that AI shit. We up. What's good, Clarence Kings from the Holland Child, man? What's up, OG? What's up? What's up? Ray J has only said, hold up. Oh, no, Ray J has only sold a bit over 2 billion albums since 1997. According to Google, if he make 5 points each, which he been doing for money. Yeah, between that, his sister, and yeah, man. Ray J, one of them people, he know the game. He know the shit. Ray J knew this one thing. As long as he stayed decent, he know he got a lot of friends that's successful. So Ray J play that game. You know that. You got people in the neighborhood like that. We get back this bus. He always looked like a bum too, right?
Charlamagne one of them people too. When I said it's some people, no matter how much money they get, they're gonna still look dusty. That's him. Plus, Charlamagne been getting Botox in his face. Yeah. But look. Ray J like people in the neighborhood. You got some people like that, right? They don't got shit, but they got a lot of friends that got shit. Get it? He ain't the plug, but he got 3 homeboys that's the plug. That's Ray J. So Ray J, that's why you're going to hear the story of Ray J lived with Diddy before. Yes, he did. Also, that freak off mansion in Florida, y'all, that was like his crash house, too. When Chris Brown and Rihanna fell out, he let them live there. Ray J lived there. In L.A., he let you go live in the Florida house. You go stay there, but that's the freak off mansion. Yeah. So Ray J lived with him. So Ray J, look at it. When I was telling y'all this about Ray J, his friend is Diddy. He family with Diddy. He friends with 50 Cent. He friends with Mayweather. All his friends got big money. So Ray J, that guy, enough when he said, yo, let me hold something. 5,000 of them, they keep him straight. Then he also with the Kardashian family. That's why I say you're going to see that with Ray J. He might not be a nobody, but he's tied in with all the rich people. Like, right tied in with them. So he always was good off of that. And he'd be all right. He knew that. Quincy Jones and his family. Clyde Davis, his sister. There are many other people under that. So Ray J was the type, he can beg for money for a lot of people and still be better than us. You know what I'm saying? Ray J the type, he's smart. He the type, he get niggas used cars. Yo, man, you don't try this, you don't want this, let me have it, man. Niggas probably giving them cars. He ain't got to really do too much. That's Ray J. So, but also you got hold up. Yeah, YouTube back on that shit, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna speed it up. We're gonna get out of here. If Ray J was around Diddy, right? Just remember this part. Brandy was 14. Fuck that. When that video came out, I Just Want to Be Down, she was 14. Brandy could have been down with fucking that record label before that. She could have been down with the record label too. So when that song I Just Want to Be Down came out, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Diddy, all of them was together at that time. All of them was together, y'all. So Ray J was a little baby boy hanging around them back then. Get it? So that's why he's a different character in this shit. When I say some people always gonna be around, so he was a fucking spy. He was spying with Bad Boy, spying with Death Row. He's another one. You can put him with Bad Boy or Death Row. Put him with both. But the proof you have now is Ray J was always spying on Death Row. Because he always really with Diddy. Attention to Brandy and Ray J, they lived on the West Coast, but they really always with the East Coast. When you pay attention to their history. Even when Brandy started acting and doing the game, she was in Atlanta on the East Coast. Love and Hip Hop, that was really an East Coast thing. And you see, they did the Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta and LA, tied in with the East Coast for real. And the secret was, being that Brandy and Ray J were little kids, nobody really suspected them or nothing. But they also used to gather a lot of information. Yeah. Put it like that. That's them. So anyway, like I said, we already know the woke movement is dead. We spoke about that yesterday. We're not going there. Charlamagne was one of the leaders of the woke movement. Now Charlamagne is on the hit list. All right? The president addressed Charlamagne for running his mouth. All right? Charlamagne was speaking on the president, and the president called him a dope head, basically called him an idiot, a dope, and said he's a dope because of somebody that didn't get elected. Now, what I'm also I want y'all to see is
I think Jay-Z gave him a phone call and said he better not go one more week without winning that uniform. Because Charlamagne got a voice. He's supposed to be fighting in the media for Jay-Z. So you're going to see he got fully dressed. And being that everybody is attacking Rock Nation, he's trying to troll. Blame Rock Nation. Fuck it. Everybody want to blame Rock Nation for everything. Respect him, y'all. So let's look at this too. He's out here having to fight Jay-Z battles too. But he's not going to make it. And now Charlamagne is on a hit list. So when I tell you, don't be surprised if he next. Don't be surprised if Charlamagne be off that radio station. I think it's coming soon, y'all. Because Steve Colbert fucking show canceled or they got embarrassed. Charlamagne better hope they don't get that girl Jessica Reed another phone call. He better hope that part. But I'm going to say this. He was with the woke movement, y'all. But now you're going to see by itself. Just like a lot of people. All right? So I just wanted y'all to see the days of all that shit they talking dried up and boring. But I just wanted y'all to see, this is the main thing I wanted y'all to see today. This is how California been living, y'all. All of them, this is the home of TikTokers. All of that shit. These are the main people online who were cooking out the trailer talking about, just stop it, man. I just want y'all to see, man. These were the people online with a lot of these fucking public opinions about America. Now let's ask a real question before we go, y'all. Can you really give an honest opinion about America when you're living like this? First thing first, let's ask a question. Is this the true American way of living like this? And you see how people look down on people in the projects. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Let's get the blame. God damn it, this is worse than goddamn trailer parks. What the hell is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? This is what I knew they was sick in their fucking head out there, y'all. This is lower than project. This is lower than, they are in RVs from the 70s and fucking 80s, y'all. 84. Nigga bought that trailer when Ronald Reagan was president. He's still outside. That's them. No, this is how they able to say, no, Americans are. People was doing this shit to save rent money. Also because they didn't want to leave. Now, all these areas are under what? Evacuation. All these people will be considered homeless. They have nowhere to go. If they survive and got to leave, they're not coming back. And I want y'all to just see. You just think about online. When I thought this shit at you, like, yo, man, people like me, others, man, we back outside. We living our life. Nobody care about the internet no more. Know why? Because to these people right here, the internet is everything. It's their end all and be all. The internet for these people, that's their only outlet. When I kept telling you, only where you see anything good, happy, good food, good living, anything or peace, happy, anything you see, you only see it on the internet. You don't see it in real life. This what's been going on. This how y'all been living. What happens when you run out of tissue to wipe your ass? I know you get tired of them problems, don't you? What about when you fucking run out of lighters? Shit like that, basic shit. No, this is called animal living, y'all. This is called savage life. That's right. Savage life. Which created savage people. So when we on this internet thing, we all the same. Want to tell me their opinion, living in a fucking trailer, y'all. No, that means they can't even sustain themselves. This the world we've been in. Let's think about it. Damn, I hope they don't got no kids. How they kids gonna grow up like that? Is that normal to raise your kids like that? Is that fucking normal? I'm gonna say it again. Does this shit not look worse than Haiti? No, that's LA. Y'all always was trying to talk about all these other countries, right? Oh, it's a shame what they're doing over there. These are the same poor bitches talking about overseas. Talking about wars overseas, y'all. These are the main ones be on the internet gaslighting politics. How does politics work for them? How the fuck is it working, y'all? This real man, the woke man. He don't want to be woke no more. Let me show you what Charlamagne said. Gaslighting the poor. Check it out. Let's go back to Charlamagne. What does clown say? Charlamagne said he personally will benefit from the tax breaks. But there's going to, because that's his job. Anything one man do, his job is to tear it down. At the same time, being a hypocrite saying he is going to benefit from the tax bill. But you know, Trump attacks Charlamagne the God after radio host criticizes his presidency. All right? Now what you going to watch, Charlamagne going to have to put up a shut up. When I keep saying what? Talk about rapism. That's it. Their biggest mouth is fucking politics. Their biggest mouth is that's it. But they can't talk about nothing else. That's why nobody want to program and code it to only talk about certain shit. That's why they finished. They can't talk about Diddy when Diddy your friend. You can't talk about Jay-Z when you work for him. So you keep talking about another man for no fucking reason. Abuse. Because they're exposed. When you've been accused of abuse, you can't talk about abusers. But this is your whole fucking tree of a bunch of bullshit. Niggas that talk all day and the other percentage that fucking sleep outside. This why they ass getting burnt the fuck up. Big mouth. Rest of y'all, love y'all to death. But I told you already, this is out of love. 2025, a lot of people gonna suffer. 2025, get your shit together, LA. Y'all gonna be up out of here. Told you already. Y'all ain't listen, right? Well, that was the love I showed already. Now ain't no love. We out. One.